There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever. There is only one indigenous broadcaster.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending peace shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed will pass. When we are poised, the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets wield the glorious song of victory. We scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to come back hostage day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Abasiaya, you are my mind, Abasiaya, you are my mind, Abasiaya, you are my mind, listen very well. I want to eat my mind, I want to keep. If you know we need a freedom, I need a Biafra restoration. You are the one. You are the bad. You know the crowd. You know the weapon. You know the watch. Muhammad whoever you want is your mind. Abasaya, you are the man. Abasaya, you are the man. Soldiers in the zoo, feeling very well, reason very fast. Come and join us now. BIAFRA is very real. Navy in the zoo, police in the zoo. Come and join us now. BIAFRA is very real. They want to Islamize. Come and join the BIAFRA now. Come and join the BIAFRA. Wherever you are, the fame to Nigeria. Wherever you are, we know. It's a go, be joy. We are on their friend. You like it, you get it. We are on their friend. We are their friends. Islamize us, they want to kill. We are the ones. The president of the zoo. You are a failure. You cannot stop us now. We know you. We know you. Soldiers in the zoo, feeling very well, reason very fast. Come and join us now. BIAFRA is very real. Navy in the zoo, police in the zoo. Come and join us now. BIAFRA is very real. They want to Islamize. Come and join the BIAFRA now. Come and join a better place. To Nigeria.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever. There is only one.
Yes, so once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience around the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station, which is simply the embodiment of pro-Biafran group who understand the need why we must come together in a time like this and fashion out ways on how to liberate ourselves from this evil enclave called Nigeria. And of course, the platform is being anchored by Diokba Uche Ukafomefo, who hail from Abatete in Anambra State, the man who has assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. By the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George ONYIBE, and I come from Agbo in Delta State, Anyoma Province to be precise. And like I always say, every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. I want to use this opportunity to acknowledge members of the de facto customary government, all the pro-Biafran group who are involved on this quest. Acknowledge all of you, from the chairperson to the deputy, board of trustees, of course implementation, the parliament. I acknowledge all of you. Members of the Biafra Nation Alliance, the administrators, the board of trustees, our director, acknowledge all of you this evening. The media team, those of you who would have run away, those of you who would have lived in denial and tried to make people, applaud you, even when you know what you are doing is wrong. But yet, you do not need praise from anyone. You stand your ground to defend the truth. You are highly appreciated. I must acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They are tired of broadcasting. Simeon Ekpa is their new saboteur. Chike Dozie and gangster called DOS. Every day is Simeon Ekpa. Simeon Ekpa, on the other hand, every day is DOS. And then you have Idu Nation, you have Igudu Nation, you have Niger Delta Nation, you have Igbo Nation, and all of them are on each other's neck. They are on each other's nerve. But now this is the bone of contention. Every one of them insult their father, insult their mother, disgrace themselves, and then they turn back and tell you that our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. Unknown gunmen, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. Boko Haram, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. ESM, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. And I want to believe you came across the press statement issued by Nnamdi Kanu brother, warning them not to relaunch a Bubago. What an insolence. And so everybody, Niger Delta cursing Igbo, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. Idu Nation, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. Igodomigodo, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. Igbo Nation, Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. And so who is causing this confusion? I just opened my platform. You see the zombie, the mental zombies of Nnamdi Kanu. You just see them, they're everywhere. Hey, useless people, saboteur everywhere. But by now, you people should be ashamed of yourself. Tina Sanwo-Olu came out and announced the name of fake Ebubago. Of course, fake ESM. Of course, that is ESM controlled by Simeon Ekpa and Ada Highway. And then Ada Highway and others come and announce another name of ESM. And this is ESM of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu and Tina Sanwo-Olu. You people should be ashamed. So which of the ESM is killing our people? Which of the ESM is cannibal? Which of the ESM is raping our people? Which of the ESM now are you giving money? You see, the confusion you people have put in place. You think you will escape it. You will not. Simeon Ekpa practically know what is coming. But of course, he has to take his chances, including all of you. For Nnamdi Kanu to hire you to character assassinate people and you get involved. My brother, the blood of innocent Biafrans will come for all of you. And so when you are yapping, the journey has just begun. And now I have two issues. Number one is, some people feel, go ahead with what you want to do and don't talk about Nnamdi Kanu, and then you don't have sense. You don't have sense. When I know who Nnamdi Kanu is and the game he and his family and other corporate criminals, both on the political sector are doing to our people, so that you will applaud me and love me. I will now begin to cover the lie. You are hallucinating. We got to leave him and let's focus and do our own. Exactly our own. That is what we are doing. And then there is another height of deception. They say ignore them, don't talk to them, don't call their name. Watch all of them. They are afraid to call my name. The only people who call my name, make sure they don't call it to put me on the offensive. I think one of them called me that I was the one who exposed Ukiforeign that is stealing money. That is just to put me, you know, they don't want to put me on the offensive. To them, it's irrelevant, let's not talk about it. You are a fool. All of you, I will call all of you out. All of you. Because the more you people begin to respond, the more I will have the privilege to disgrace all of you. So, Nnamdi Kanu zombie, I pity all of you. Because you get involved in matter you know nothing about. Just data of 1,000. You are mad people, saboteur. Nnamdi Kanu is the highest saboteur we have known. If I may have to remind you, among all the broadcasters, I remember one man who always come and tell you Nnamdi Kanu is the man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for over 100 years. And I'm not withdrawing those words. But now he has betrayed. And I will still tell the same people, Nnamdi Kanu have sold the struggle. Nnamdi Kanu have sold all of us out. Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for all the rubbish going out. So all of you without brain, all of you zombie, punk, criminals, all of you who know the truth and you want to cover it, judgment awaits all of you. It's amazing. We see the power of your sincerity. It's amazing. We can see how sincere you are. All of you that want to be in the same nation with us, we can see how sincere you are. We came here telling you these people are criminal. These people have sold us. These people have betrayed the next generation. These people are no longer fighting for Biafra. All of you log ahead. Where is Father Mbaka? Where is Father Ngwongwo? Where are all of you? New generational, Abi first generational parliamentarian. Where are all of you? This is the time to throw your weight on Nnamdi Kanu. Where are the people asking Buhari to go and perfect justice for Nnamdi Kanu? Where are all of you? This is the time now. Come out, because they are taking record of all of you. This is the level you will disgrace Biafrans to. The world are looking at you. Biafra under Nnamdi Kanu are the only hopeless, useless individuals who antagonize everybody. China Sanwo-Olu was thinking he's invisible. If I hear the way everybody is attacking China Sanwo-Olu, I pity for him. Where are the power of gangster called US now? Don't worry, Nnamdi Kanu, your leader, is coming to save all of you. Our mission is simple. Number one, everybody must know Nnamdi Kanu for the evil he truly represents and he has brought upon our land. If you like, be deceiving yourself now. But the point is that if we move out of our position, this narrative will end in one way again, and everybody will say Igbo people, and I saw Igbo people they do, and I saw Igbo people. This is one of the things I will dedicate. I have dedicated my life to put an end to. It's not Igbo people. It is criminal, certain criminal individuals. We must name them. You see, it's not trending. By now, a lot of people will say Igbo people live there. You don't know Igbo people, but having walked in the midst of our people, I know we have corrupt slaves. They are the one who will call their name. I will never be a party to one single man who will condemn a whole nation for the sin of one man. No, I'd rather run on the offense as I'm running now. But you cannot comprehend what will stand to remove from your way. I am introducing indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, career freedom fighters, Yahoo freedom fighters. You see, they think when they talk about you, when they character assassinate you, and then everything will go down. Then you become shy, then you move on. Are we the only ones agitating for creation or restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra? Are we the only people on this universe who are exercising our right to self-determination? Where is Oduduwa nation support Biafra? No data again. Njohi. Oduduwa are fighting tooth and nail, forth and back, to protect their interest, to preserve all that is left of them, as far as the Nigerian state is continue to exist. You think they are fools? Where is Ambazonia coming to advise us? Okokosi-Ibe war hero. Are they not advising you, hey, Nigerian and Ambazonia? I thought by now they would have given you Biafra. All of you are deceiving our people, looking for how to cover your atrocity. And then those criminal, ignorant and naive individual who don't know anything, they just give you that and say, oh yeah, go and curse judge, go and insult the judge. My guy, I have gotten intense with your nonchalant behaviors. In fact, it has become one of the motivating factors that makes me come on live anymore. You know, they notice if I stay, I know see what I do. I just throw one for now. All of them begin to behave like monkeys and babu according to your leader Nnamdi Kanu. What a shame. The day all of you begin to acknowledge the truth that Nnamdi Kanu is the problem, from Simeonekpa to Ada Highway to Nelly Ofuegbu, all of you, that is the day God will forgive all of you. Yeah, but you are trying to pretend if you can't beat it, then you join them. Then let's join Nigeria now. Is it not obvious that with all this shenanigans being put up that we can't beat Nigeria? So let us join Nigeria now. We gonna use una tongue, can't on tito. This thing will not end the way you thought it. Some of you think it's a game. When you are done deceiving the people, you fall back to the defense, and then it will go away like that. No, we will make sure that this very matter, this very event, it will not die down like that. It will not die down like that. After this tenure, after this generation, nobody will do it again. Criminals. So be on Facebook there. That is your cause. But don't forget, I am your destiny and I'm your doom. Having acknowledged the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, I will move ahead to give all the glory to the Creator, who would have been able to preserve us, who would have been able to defend us from blood-sucking demon, who would have been able to shield us from the power of ritualists, except he has taken our place. We do not have covenant with death, and those who plant our death will die in our place. For from the mouth of our enemy, from the mouth of our adversary, God will declare his judgment on them. Banulolu anyo na banulolu anyo, banulolu anyo ezi banulolu anyo. Onwere mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Onwere mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Na banulu okike kere ụwa banulolu anyo. Ise. And of course, without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled A Call for Restructure and the Need for Our People to be Vigilant. For the past 3 days, I have been trying to come up with this discussion, and each time we'll face with one challenges or the other. But hopefully, by the grace of God, we'll be able to look at it, and then those who have ears should hear, and then those who can articulate, policymakers, everyone must be at alert. A call for restructure and the need for our people to be vigilant. There are public outcry from every region and sector across the country as a result of incompetence of the leaders and the negligence of the people. Across Nigeria, there is public outcry. Everybody is complaining, from the head sector to the judiciary to the legislature to the executive to the ministries. Everywhere people are crying. The common man, there is public outcry. There is no region, there is no sector that has not found themselves in this dilemma situation. And this is evidence because our leaders are incompetent. Our leaders are incompetent. I can assure you, all the leaders, all the president Nigerians has ever had, only one of them went to school. When I mean went to school, normal educational process, from primary to secondary, secondary to higher institution, and eventually graduate. Only one of them, aside Shenikon, only one of them. Shenikon was by the way, and that is Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. From Obasanjo to Buhari, from Buhari to Gowon, from Gowon to since independent, all of them, none of them went to school. And so academically, they are incompetent. Forget about those Harare degree, Hororo degree. They all went to Harvard. They all went to American International University. They all schooled in heaven, Holy Ghost Conference University. But the truth is they didn't go to school. They came in through the barrier of the gun. They rule us through the barrier of the gun. And even in and out of the power, they still influence decision with the barrier of the gun. Why? Because Nigeria was created by the barrier of the gun, influenced by the barrier of the gun, sustained by the barrier of the gun, and is still being floated as a country, supposedly, by the barrier of the gun. And so, there is public outcry. Oh, we don't have good school. You think Obasanjo, who didn't go to the four corners of a primary school, would be happy for your children to have good education? Go and look at few of them who can fall into the categories of the academians. People like Obafemi Awolowo. Go and look at people like Ambrose Ali. Just to mention but few of them. Go and look at all of them. People like Akanebiam. Go and look at these intellectuals. You see, if they have the privilege, they will understand that good education, quality education, should be the right of every child. There is public outcry everywhere. Are we talking about health sector? The people who go to America to buy paracetamol, the people who go to India to buy ampiclos, the people who go to Asian to buy T&C, are they the people you are telling to build your health facilities? Why shouldn't there be public outcry? Despite the continued yearning of the people, from inception to this very moment, the Nigerian state has paid deaf ear to all these requests. With all the public outcry, with all the complaint, the government just kept quiet. The Joy Youth National Youth Council recently organized a meeting to address painstaking issues and the need for them to engage on their right to self-determination, because a lot of atrocity has been committed against the people of the Niger Delta, according to them, and there is need for all these issues to be reviewed. And when their secretary was addressing them, Obasanjo jumped in. Here they go again, here they come again, here they come again. Insulted all the George nation, insulted the people of Niger Delta. But this is not new. During the time of Goodluck, they tried to introduce a very weak constitutional conference. And in a meeting in Biafra, when Obasanjo came to address them, and then if you have a question, ask. And one Biafra man stood up and asked a question. Obasanjo started insulting his father and his mother. Or maybe we have forgotten. Majority of the problem we are having as the people of Biafra is the handiwork of Obasanjo. He has not been condemned by one Yoruba person. He has not been condemned by Nigerian, but everything he does is okay. Today there are going to be serious trouble if the tools, the instrument of the de facto customary government is not properly initiated. Both the ones fighting for new nation, the one fighting for lower Niger, up Niger, river Niger, bottom Niger, if you know the setup on the way for the people of Biafra, you are not ready for it. What is the essence of just boundary adjustment program? It was not only meant to cover atrocity committed against us as a people. It was also a means to sow seed of discourse among us. People have not started seeing it until it will surface. These are issues that we are supposed to be dealing with in a time like this. But choreographic freedom fighter, talent display freedom fighter, deceiving themselves and thinking they are deceiving the people, will not allow us to focus. Despite all this, they talk about the massacre, they pay deaf ear. It doesn't concern them. And now, going back to our topic, day before yesterday, the governor Aminu Tambuwa of Sokoto State, through the Punch newspaper, has said that Nigeria need to restructuring to make governance efficient and increase the citizen faith in their country. Tambuwa, the governor of Sokoto State, through the Punch newspaper, issued a communique calling for the restructuring of Nigeria, because he now believes that the restructuring of Nigeria will create an atmosphere or enhance on the efficiency of the government, and as well as increase the faith of the citizen in their country. This is what the governor of Sokoto is saying. If we want to go by what he said, I don't see anything wrong there. But the truth is that it's a little bit too late. Those who are hearing it for the first time may not be able to comprehend the mindset behind restructure. From the first man who activated his right to self-determination, Adakaboro, to the second man, Dim Chukwemeko Dimegujuku, and every other groups or association like the Ogoni, like the Jaws, like the Igbos, among other group whose sole aim is to register their displeasure against the Nigerian state based on the constant atrocity committed against our people. All of them have been calling for one thing. Numerous pro-Biafran groups have been on this. But let's go back to the Nigerian Biafran war. What did they go to do in Abuli Accord? Did they go there to do constitutional amendment? Was it about constitutional review? It was simply restructure. It was restructure of Nigeria that took them to Abuli Accord. Every other grammar fall under restructure. Gowon is still alive. And because of restructure Nigeria, over 10 million people died. And you know, some people will be there say, Biafra name is evil. People have died because of... So restructure is evil now. Because Ojukwu called for restructure of Nigeria. He then declared Biafra. And over 10 million people died. Who is actually the fault? It's restructure. People did not die because of Biafra. People died because somebody demanded for restructure. And that was Ojukwu time. And today, people are not dying because of Biafra. People are dying because Nnamdi Kanu as a criminal does not have regard for the value of his people. That is why his ESM, his unknown government, it's only Igbo people they are killing. What a shame. And finally, Tambuwa is telling you we have to restructure Nigeria for a very effective governance. Now it is simple. In as much as it sounds melodious, our people must be at alert. And that is why the topic say a call for restructure and the need for our people to be at alert. Many pro-Biafran group from all across Nigeria have been calling for restructure. Whether in terms of devolution of power, it is restructure. Whether it is constitutional amendment, it falls under restructure as far as I'm concerned. Whatever way you want to present it, they all under restructure. Everybody simply agree that there are things that are not right as far as the Nigerian state is concerned, and there is need for review and amendment when necessary. But they have agenda as they always have. Tambuwa having said this simply imply that they have started their restructure. But our people do not understand. Our people cannot comprehend what is going on already. This was what they did in 1999. While we are fighting for Igbo presidency, while we are fighting for regional autonomy, while we are fighting under different guys to control a certain percentage of the resources coming from our land, something happened. And it's still happening now. And it has become one of the greatest instruments of our undoing. Inasmuch as what he said is in accordance, our people must not give in sheepishly. Because if Nigeria eventually heed to this call and we negligently did not respond adequately, we will have the next generation crying for another 100 years for a similar issue. If this very call now for restructure by the Nigerian state, I think the politicians of the Southeast and South has in time past raised up their voices calling for restructure, and it looks like they were calling for the killing of somebody. It fell on deaf ear. And now the point tonight is simple. Why they are deceiving the people, telling you they need to restructure Nigeria. They call for restructuring of Nigeria in order to enhance the efficiency of the government and then increase the faith of the people over the Nigerian state. If our people are not alert, the same way they horribly shopping the Biafra, the Nigerian constitution from the judicial global market, copy and paste and drop it for us, we the people of Nigeria. That is the same way we will be here. They will restructure Nigeria without anybody from the south or southeast making meaningful impact, because in most cases we don't know how they function. We have different voices before now pointing our people to the right direction of what is to come, of what must come, of what will be. But lately, everybody have been distracted. Of course, on this social media platform, people who are supposed to be revealing the truth to our people, guiding them by the truth to enable them stand in the position to defend our nation when duty calls. They are busy on Facebook. You be a shawo, you be criminal, you be armed robber, give us our money, you are a kidnapper. They are trying to win you over. And so you say, oh, you are a good man. Upon all the good men we have in Biafra land, has it changed our position? Is it about being a good man? Is it about praising somebody? If we are not careful, just like the issue of Biafra agitation, we believe that we have come of age and grown into sense of maturity, where the love of our people supersedes every other thing else. But today, the damage that has been caused to our people out of negligence has damaged so many things. The ongoing crisis in Biafra agitation and the role played by Nnamdi Kanu, he has destroyed so many things. As it is evidence that in the end, Nigeria must yield to the will and the desire of the people without fail. This is the most important time in our life, in the history of our people, where every stakeholder should begin to set up a platform where proper negotiation must take place, or else we are done for it. Understand, they are now indirectly throwing the corn of restructure for you. And most of you will lend them your voice, Biafrans. But they have finished their restructuring already. And if we are not alert to do the needful, the next generation, even for 100 years to come, will be crying and complaining about that restructure. This could be compared to what is happening in IPOB. We told you at the beginning of this year, for instance, that the struggle have been sold. They have sealed you, they have delivered you, they have documented you. Some of you, because of the money you contributed. I think Simeon Ekpa was mentioning that some women contributed up to $500,000 to Nnamdi Kanu. All those people, they don't want their investment to go. Many of you, it is your investment in the name of Biafra agitation that is driving you, not the love of your people. And honestly, we feel your pain. But that will not change the truth that you have been sold. You have been betrayed. Backing out will not save you. It will not help you. It will not advance the cause. But this is the time you have to summon courage. Guide up your lions. And we continue from where we stop. That is why we are here. We can back off, let everybody yap and do what they want to do. Focus, put our energy on other things. But then the problem will still remain there. We keep warning you. This is the info coming. I keep telling media people in my recent broadcast and volunteers. It doesn't matter what they call you, whether you are a volunteer, whether you are ESN, whether you are non-government, whether you are a dragonfly, anyone they call you. You people are the next line of assassination. Elimination, not by Nigeria, by Nnamdi Kanu. Because all of you that know the truth, you confront him with the truth. With the help of his people in the Nigerian politics, they will come for all of you. Hey, Ada Dave have been arrested. Hey, what is her name? Idira Gold have been arrested. Hey, this one have been arrested. Who is selling them out? Who is selling them out? China Sanwo-Olu coming on air to mention name of his fellow comrade. Can't you get it? We have been telling you, the earlier you shift your body, the better for you. The earlier you use your head, the better for you. We already know how these things is going to end. We keep calling our people. Now, those things we were saying at the beginning of this year, are they not repeating themselves now like a broken record? Are they not repeating themselves? And I remember I was talking about Owasofia yesterday, before the system crashed completely. They finally understand that we have been sold. But the only area you people, all of you are still deceiving yourself. You say, our leader Nnamdi Kanu, our leader Nnamdi Kanu. Your leader is the one who have sold you. All these zombies claiming to be wise and intellectual, all of them are being used. If Nnamdi Kanu, with the help of some politicians and the help of some Igwe Kana, can rubbish World Igbo Congress, you should understand the power behind him. Threaten governors of the Southeast. I was even extending it to South. Now the Kano have not told you people the what is causing loggerhead between me and Wiki. The story of Obibo massacre supposedly have not been reviewed. But we will review all of them at the right time. Look at what Nnamdi Kanu, China Sanwo-Olu can be doing in Olo. You have no idea what they did in Ebonyi State. You have no idea the atrocity they commit in Anambra State. Then you can imagine what gave that formation for our people to be killed in Obibo. Understand, the pair of light is not in your hand. In the same light, this calling for restructure by Tambua, the people of Biafra, open your eye. Open your eyes so that when the true restructure comes, we know. When the true devolution of power will come, we know. When the true regional autonomy will come, we will know. When the true constitutional review or amendment, we will know. Because all of us were here when they jumped in and said, oh, we have amended constitution. We have amended constitution. Nigerian constitution has amended. This is decree being converted to constitution. Once beaten, twice shy. Nigerian stake and handlers are not relenting. As far as the issue of Biafra is concerned, they will stop at nothing to neutralize all of us and shut us up. And they are doing their job very well at this moment. But this is a call for you to be at alert. In this struggle, all of us are suspects. And sooner or later, it will shock you that most people you think are your savior are actually your killer. But in order to push out this doubt, in order to put out this doubt, our people must be at alert. We must not forget our Nigerian constitution, like I said, was amended by Abdulsalami Abubakar alongside with the handlers of Nigeria, who went into the global judicial market, copy and paste constitution without proper consultation of the people, and the poster on the people of Nigeria, which is the main reason there is political unrest in Nigeria for almost 100 years. They copy and paste. They just give it to you. No proper review. No proper consultation. These are the reasons why there have been political unrest in Nigeria for a very long time. From the creation of Nigeria, Mafosen Constitution, Clifford Constitution, Lugard Constitution, it was impossible to come out with a bylaw, a constitution that can make Nigerian function as a country. It was not possible. And that is why today, no political science student, no politician, no Nigerian ruler can come out and tell us in clear terms or definition the system of government we run in Nigeria. Whether it's a democratic setting, we don't know. Whether it's a unitary system, we don't know. Whether it is federalism, we don't know. And the combination of unitary, combination of unitary, and then federalism, democracy put together is a bunch of confusion. But until people like Professor Ben Wabuezi, these people are old people, they can't do much, Mbazurike and their likes. In fact, it was almost the handwork of Professor Ben Wabuezi. He was the one who designed the constitution that held Nigeria together. And when Ezife was telling us that he is a parliamentary, first generation parliamentary, and I think that man should have been able to understand that the democracy, that man should have been able to understand that the unitary, the federalism cannot work in the Nigerian state. And then how can they introduce parliamentary system? How can they introduce parliamentary system when it will eventually lead to restructure? When it may open door for constitutional review, when it will open avenue for constitutional debate, create a platform where proper consultation must be taken and every issue reviewed. But they won't do that. Nigeria is still on the neck of the people of Biafra. Whether you are Biafra in Kogi State, you are Biafra in Benue State, you are Biafra in Edo State, you are Biafra in Imo, Ebonyi, Cross River, Abia, Enugu, Anambra, Akwa Ibom, Delta, Imo, River State, Bayelsa State, the earlier we rise up and be at alert, the better for all of us. We have two issues to address. One is the job, the shenanigan of Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOC. It's destroyed many things. Most of you are not seeing it because to you it doesn't matter. But on the other hand, Nigeria is working underground to undermine what we are doing. A lot is at stake. Let us be at alert. I will stop here at this moment. Believing somebody out there have one or two contributions to make. Our lines are open. But in the absence of that, the people of Biafra must understand that a call for restructuring Nigeria by Tambua people must be at alert. Our lines are open. The direct line is 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971. The line once again, direct line once again is 081 221 52971. And then the WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642. If you are not able to access any of these social media platforms, I encourage you to come through any of my social media platforms, and that is if you have it. It could be Messenger, it could be WhatsApp, and we will attend to you from there. Do not forget, in Anambra, some part of Anambra, Delta, we are on FM 100.5. Yes, a caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Good evening from here.
It's Francis Enyima.
Come
Hello?
again. Your name
Francis Enyima.
Okay, go ahead please.
Enyima.
You're welcome. Where are you calling from?
From BIAFRA land, Anambra State.
Go ahead please.
Sir,
Go ahead.
I'm listening to you people some times now, but I appreciate what is going on. I mean, I'm happy. This is why that I'm happy. There are many freedom fighters raising from all points of Igbo land, beyond Igbo land, fighting for this cause. But what I personally want to give this platform is an advice. I don't like this situation of fighting ourselves. I don't like it. I heard this session criticizing the work of Nnamdi Kanu, even though he is not perfect. But sometimes you have to cover us ourselves. believe me, all of us, we are fighting to achieve one particular goal. And remember, sometimes you have to go out of law to make law. Sometimes it may not be right, but we do other things to get us to somewhere. Likewise, you guys, I appreciate all of you. Please.
Thank you for your advice. And honestly, if I will advise you also to try and pay attention with what is going on. You have in our nature. Do you know who is Mazu Chuka from Efo?
Yes.
You heard he collected money from Nigerian government to betray the struggle. Have you heard it? Have you heard about that? Now this is where I have problem with people. Let us tell our people the truth. You have called to say leave Nnamdi Kanu. Now I am trying to allow you help me now. You have advised me now, and I'm trying to open your eyes so that you see from our own point of view. But you don't want to answer me now. Just answer me for the sake of other audience. Nnamdi Kanu cannot betray all of us and walk away and then we paint him. What did he do? Did he go to United Nations? Did he go to the EU Parliament? Where did he go? What did he do? What did we achieve? Now let's come back to my question. Did you hear that Mazi Mefo collected money from Nigerian government and then betrayed the struggle? You heard.
I heard it, but
no, now leave the boat. No, listen. I allow you to talk. You finish talking. I want to. If you don't want to allow me to finish my question, I will end the conversation. You allow you to talk. You finish saying, and I love what you said. Now let's clear this issue now. I asked you a question. You said you heard it. Good and fine. Who said so? Is it Fulani? Is it Yoruba? Who said so? Is it Nnamdi Kanu?
That is yes, I heard it.
Nnamdi Kanu said so. Under my watch, they sold Radio Biafra. Under my watch, they sold Radio Biafra. As IPOB, where did I steal money? Tell them to come out and say it. Anybody who mean well, anybody who tell Nnamdi Kanu, we told Nnamdi Kanu, we will not allow you to sell the next generation. The next thing is we are saboteur. But you are not aware. Now, the only thing you can do is, first of all, go and tell IPOB member to allow other pro-Biafran group to do their things. And when I mean IPOB member, I am saying Nnamdi Kanu because he's the one sending them. Did you not see all the confusion going on in IPOB? Simeon Ekpa, Nelly Ofuegbu, Nnamdi Kanu wife, Nnamdi Kanu brother, Chike Doziem, Tony Zulumike, Nnenaya Anya, Chinasa Nworu, Azaya Oba, all those gangsters called you. Are you not seeing the confusion with the broadcaster now? They say follow them, listen to them, I send them. Who are Sophia, Omote Biafra, Freedom Fighter Biafra. Is it not Nnamdi Kanu that initiated this Ulobalo?
You
should deceive it. We are coming together. We are coming together. Ishiano kwena chakbenya. Ishiano ya kwena chakbenya. Nnamdi Kanu must apologize to the people he has decimated. He must confess his sin.
He is not perfect, you know, but sometimes I am not perfect.
He is not perfect. Me, Kwano, I'm not perfect. It's because I'm not perfect. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
We are coming together to cover ourselves.
If we are coming together, we started as Biafrans, 13 states across Biafra land. Why did Nnamdi Kanu reduce it to Igbo Biafra? Huh? Is ESM, Eastern Security, fighting for my own community? You see, he have deviated. He has betrayed all of us. He only done it to Igbo. So in the Igbo gasina, imana unkanye bunkanye. Was he talking about Igbo Biafra before now? Why are we hiding the truth? Coming together, don't you see? Other tribes are pulling out. They are now spectators because of the kind of atrocity that they have witnessed firsthand, or is it because they are not saying anything? If they talk, then threaten them. He change mouth. Faith or gala, then higher round, scatter George ONYIBE, then change mouth. Are you not following what is going on? The only solution is Nnamdi Kanu must make amends. But if he's a supremacy, if he's a God, before our time is up, we will put his righteousness to the test. This is a promise. If Nnamdi Kanu is a God, we will put his righteousness to the test. Why are we doing this to ourselves? You said what is right, very correct, and I agree with you. But trying to say Nnamdi Kanu is not perfect, he has to tell Obase in Anambra to rape a boy woman and banish that woman, having put them under oath and chase them out of Anambra. That is a level of perfection. That will now kill people and eat their dead body. That is level of perfection. That we go to a Ebonyi state, decimate a village, and then we say it's Fulani herdsmen. That is the level of perfection. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Until men and women will begin to come out and say this thing this guy did is wrong. Until men and women, Biafrans, will begin to see the loopholes in this agitation, we will not rest. We will expose all of them. You don't have idea how many people that have died. Now that you are in Anambra, I can give you some name. Not die in the hand of Fulani, not die in the hand of Nigeria. I'm telling you, die in the hand of fellow IPOB member. As directed by Nnamdi Kanu. Go to my Facebook wall. You may not be able to understand everything that I wrote there, but try and read meaning into both the ones that make sense and the ones that don't make sense. You begin to see things that are revealing. You see revelation. Go ahead, my brother. And of course, I think we lost that caller. When genuine people call, we understand their sincerity. And honestly, it is not our intention to undermine any Biafra. But the people of Biafra must understand Ishiano kwena chakbenya, Ishiano ya kwena chakbenya. Nnamdi Kanu cannot cover this info. All the money has collected. He went to Kenya. He went to extra international orientation, Abi rendition. All those things. Okay, John Hiwamoka. We are fighting for Biafra. I collect money from Atiku. My brother on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. You are coming out loud and clear, and the world is listening. Go ahead, please.
I greet you this evening, and I thank you for the wonderful presentation you made this evening. I'm calling from Biafra and precisely Anambra. My suggestion and my contribution this evening is very short. This presentation of yours this evening is very wonderful because this is how, if you want to deceive a dog, just throw a small bone out. Then they will be struggling over the small bone out. The dogs will be struggling over the bones, and you get what you want to do within the house. This thing you saw Tampa did was like a kind of throwing some words out to us. They knew that it has been what we have been clamoring for all this while. They are just trying to see how they will throw out
bone to the Southerners, and they will be struggling over it. Before you could know it, they elect themselves into 2023 election saga. So now they knew that Nigeria must be restructured. All this while they were killing people that voice out to say, let us restructure and change the way we do things. Starting from Aburi meeting to today, God knew what was agreed in Aburi, but he came back and decided not to implement and announce to the people what was agreed, that makes Ojukwu declare BIAFRA. Instead of him to look for a way to beg Ojukwu and implement what they came for full attack to keep people. There's no problem. But why is still alive today? But I'm happy the community that is being raised by Fulani herdsmen. So let me tell you and our listeners, this constitution must be brought down. There is not, that constitution never existed. It is just a pressure cooker. Nobody voted for it. No nation came together to decide to adopt that constitution. It was just a decree 24 of the military rule. Obasanjo was sworn in as a president of Nigeria without constitution. It was after he was sworn in that that constitution was smuggled into him for him to assign. Now, a few years later, few years later, about the smuggle in Sharia law for Obasanjo to sign, Obasanjo endorsed it. Nigeria today is being oppressed by 1999 constitution. The Northerners have a different constitution. We here have the constitution that they can judge. But reading that Sharia law means that they have succeeded from Nigeria, because you can't have two masters, you can't have two captains that they are no longer with us, but they are still holding us captive, killing us, raping our women, taking our resources and doing everything. There's no problem. We are coming. This generation of people of Nigeria, indigenous people, is ready for them. Let them keep preparing their election, in which they will use to renew, people will use to renew their enslavement into Nigeria. There's no problem. That is number one. Number two, I'm saying to our saying that we should leave our the cattle or not fight ourselves. The freedom we are looking for, not a freedom that not be protecting evil. My brother, go and ask questions. You may not be a member of POB, but you listening to Radio Biafra or listening to Biafra News and all the rest of them. All this mess being you to go and verify what is going on. You may not understand or remember POB, but you feel to I'm one of the people that were by Nnamdi Kanu, not even by any other person. The people he sent to kill me failed to accomplish their mission. What that guy did was to come and announce on radio as a criminal and kidnapper, publish it on Daily, the Punch and the Nation, announced it at the Authority FM, Newi. All this announcement and the publication is being signed by Nnamdi Kanu. Go and watch. Go and Google his broadcast. April 12, 2020, and the April 14 publication of the Nation and the Punch. We will see what happened there. We were about 3 or 4 that he mentioned his name. One of us was not all that lucky to escape. He was arrested today. We haven't hear where he is being kept or whatever that concerns him. And that man is a family man with children. His children now did not know where their father is. His wife does not know where the husband is, and so many other things. People I have one of my comrades here that was kidnapped and that was kidnapped and tied inside the bush. Abuku forest. That guy and the other guy they picked alongside with him died there. No food, no medication, nothing. They pour acid on that guy and throw him away. All these things is being done by the order of Nnamdi Kanu, not any other person. Let me tell you, the earlier for us to start now to point out the evil ones among us. So many people is in the struggle using BIAFRA name to scam and steal. Some of them are there killing people, wasting the blood of innocent Biafrans. Yesterday, day before yesterday, the info that in between our law down to Hiala and what do you call that place they went to arrest some of them last time. They have killed up to 60 to 70 youths. All the ways in Imo State are fleeing out. They are on hiding now. You can testify what it is for Ezobodo, a traveler, to go into hiding, to leave his palace, to go into hiding. There are some videos, those people you see that on ground, the traditional rulers, people that is old enough to be grandfather. Nnamdi Kanu is the one sending these boys to be doing all these things. You saw the one that is going on, how they were roasting human life. In that man was supposedly be an Igbo man. Poland, have we here where human being the flesh of his fellow human being or goes the flesh of his fellow human being? We are seeing these things in camp of Nnamdi Kanu, and they're being done as Fulani or any other race. It's against the Igbos. To come and tell you, hey, now DSS agents, they are speaking typical Igbos. The any human being who is from the state and Anara, who hears their tone of Igbo must know that they are from around Imo, Anambra, and all the rest of them. It's not important. It's not people that came by as a foreigner or something like that. They are not speaking English. They are not speaking Pidgin. They are not speaking Hausa. So this is the problem we are having. We cannot just take because we are looking for freedom. We will now start to have what things that will consume the freedom that we are looking for. We are looking for a better society that will be worse than Nigeria. So these are things we must understand. As you are looking at me now, as I'm speaking, even if I voted to be a president of my nation, if you do something wrong, I will bring it out. If I put out, so that you will be afraid, you be afraid to do things that is wrong as a president of a nation in the office. They are maybe governor of Jamaica. Hey, no. You are building a wrong society because other person that comes must repeat that what it touch you or touch your relation. So these are the problems. Ask yourself what is going on with this year and not the rest of them. What exactly looking for? They told us that they are fighting like the Fulani herdsmen. Up to today, we haven't seen any Fulani men, the herdsmen being caught and arrested. All the attack and their conduct is against their leader compromise for setting up that group. He used that group body from people and do all manner of nonsense and use the money to be hiding for one, not be caught. Now he has been caught. So there's no
a little bit of a network issue, but let's see if he can call back so that we'll continue from where we stop. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Yes, can you hear me? You're back.
Yeah, yes, I'm back. It's just network. So before I round up my contribution this evening, I urge that my brother that was in from Anambra and those other people, there was some days back that somebody called also and start making this kind of contribution. If you are interested in being part of us, we are here in Anambra, and we are not calling you to be part of us in the sense that maybe you will not be allowed to bring out your own opinion like that. We are the Biafra submitted to Biafra de facto customary government. De facto almost 9 to 10 Biafra pro-Biafran groups. The group now, as you hear, you are no longer doing this of friendly or whatever. Talking about who Elohim then we have effort to restore of our children in future. This is not about myself, it's not about our children can be proud of tomorrow. As America and their people is proud of their nation now. Somebody so we cannot sell future generation for just woman. So my brother, make an inquiry. Maybe can you the lie you used to call you about, learn more about you, how you can get to us, so that you can be part of the real and truthful. But this is not talking place, which is all is a lie. So this is exactly what I said. Me, my is a witness. Attacked several times by this group, sent by Nnamdi Kanu, confessed by Chike Dozem, the head of his directorate, to say that what those guys did to me and what they were doing to people is being ordered by Nnamdi Kanu. It's not a lie. If you like, if you doubt it, I send you the clip where the discussion took place. So when Chike Dozem made such confession, Chike Dozem, who happens to be the head of directorate, you know, when he made that confession, what else are you looking for? In trying to make what Chike Dozem said, he is the man, the Kanu himself, was the person that came out on air on April the 12th, 2020, and announced our names with addresses, like us armed robber, and now what else are we talking about? Is this Nigerian people doing this, or Fulani people, or DSS, or whatever? So these are exactly what we, and we have no other things to, we cannot keep hiding. Maybe he keep committing the crime, going and going and going. We must have to come out and tell people, look at exactly what is going on. This guy is not fighting for our freedom. He's just coming us, using us to collect money from politicians. Do you know that as it is today, his spokesperson is his younger brother, Emmanuel Kanu, which they used to call Fine Boy. When he go to where he will be negotiating for deal, he will answer the prince. I tell you the names that guy used to deceive Biafrans. When he comes into publication, he will see that Emma Powerful, Media Publicity Secretary, IPOB. Who is that Emma Powerful? Is Nnamdi Kanu younger brother. He is the one going for negotiation of payment. He is the one that went to the negotiation of this last Anambra election, which they said that it will not hold. After killing people, they went and collect money and come out and tell you that after listening to their elders, they have lifted up the boycott. People cannot go. The same thing that happened 2019, where Nnamdi Kanu announced seal and seal documented. Let people who are following him and who believe that he can restore Biafra for us, ask him what was signed and sealed and delivered to him. Let people see. At least you are fighting for public. So any document that you sign for public must be made for public to see. And tell us who is your spokesperson who represents them to get into that sign and seal. If you Google your phone today about a Abili meeting, you will see the representative of Biafra and see the representative of Nigeria, and you will also see what was agreed. That is how people used to serve people. It's not serving people with the back of the hand and the other one. So my brother, we stop here. We are not telling you to agree. Just investigate, make your own research, ask questions, verify these things whether it's lie or true. That is where I am. So therefore, ONYIBE, I thank you this evening for coming on air this evening. I even thought that you may not be opportune to come, but I'm happy you come today. I say, may Chukwu Okama Abiyama bless you and your family and give you long life and prosperity. And I also extend my greeting to other of our fathers and congress like Mazu Chemefo, our director, who assured us that this struggle cannot allow to see corruption. And people like Mazi Obidobion, our father, whom every time he speak on air like this, I always be happy. People like Dr. Kado, Asare Dokubago Wine, Ada Biafra, and so many of them. Keep it on. We are not going anywhere. We go nowhere. Biafra we must restore for our children to see where they can live and be proud of. Thank you very much. I remember.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. And so for others who are listening and who are not very comfortable with the idea of exposing Nnamdi Kanu, I can only advise you, get used to it. The last caller is ONYIBE, a very committed coordinator, people who built Anambra State. But when they observe some things that are wrong, as most of you will soon discover, they register their displeasure. Anambra have up to 4 different accounts. Some pay to Amarachi, some pay to Benjamin Madubugu, some pay to Fanboy, some pay to Ninayanya. And the reasonable coordinators begin to ask questions. The next thing is they summon all of them. Benjamin Madubugu, remove them. About 48 coordinators in a day. No just cause. Issue begin to come up. And now the only way to shut them up is that Nnamdi Kanu came on radio. Onwukwe Nwanze is a kidnapper. Ruby Matu is a kidnapper. Basil Akwara, they are kidnapper. Their house is on Baru Street, number 44. He gave out their details. The next morning, Akwara was picked up. Till today. Why don't you people go to iPunk, Zombie platform and tell them, why didn't Nnamdi Kanu do that? Lately, China Sanworu and their counterpart are doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. Alota Bogo, Achupagadi, when they finish betraying you, using you, they dump you. How many more will have to die? How many more will have to perish? How many more will have to be deceived? Why we keep quiet so that some people can say we are coordinated people, we are gentlemen, we are principled people, and so on and so forth. No. We have to tell our people the truth. We have to let our people see the truth. If we fail to do that, the next generation will pay dearly for it. And this is one thing we cannot accept. At this moment, I'm joined by ONYIBE. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir, from here.
Good evening, my dear. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Okay, sir. We really, I thank God for you, and then I greet our director, Daddy in the Lord, Dr. Kado, and all the good men over there that have been working so assiduously to make sure that we always be on air. I thank you, sir, for everything. This night, our brother, Uncle Wanze, has said it all. There's no need of repeating all what he has said. One thing I want to ask is this. I don't actually know what is the problem of Igbo people. I think they are wise and intelligent people. What kind of spell has a perimacan casted on their face? Why are they reasoning the way they are reasoning? So that none of them can ask any question again. That person that is saying leave Nnamdi Kanu, all the while for the past 5 to 6 years, he has been on a castigating others. I never had any of them coming on his platform to call him, to take him to leave other people. So they feel that Biafra Human Radio platform is where they have the power to call and start talking, telling somebody in his own platform to leave somebody else, that to put the person where he is. I would have directed that brother now to go and listen to Simon Ekpa's program this evening. He has already vindicated you again. He said that the Department of Saboteurs, DOS, are blackmailing him. And he has now found out that that's their handwork, that when anybody comes and sees the evil in them and want to expose them, they will expel the person. After blackmailing the person, they will expel the person, so that the person will not talk again. And after threatening the person, or they will expel the person. He himself confessed it this evening that there are a bunch of criminals, that all the evil happening in the land is compiled by them and monitored by them.
After everything he said, who is his leader? Nnamdi Kanu. You see, that is the difference between me and them. They all know what they are doing to the mind of our people. They all know their set aim and target. But under our watch, after all said and done,
yes.
Who is his leader? His leader is Nnamdi Kanu. They are all bunch of the same criminal. All of them are the same. Just that negotiation didn't go as planned. Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir. I'm just pinpointing on the only truth he said there. All of them that are saying our reader, he himself now is even putting himself in the shoe of Nnamdi. He said if you are castigating him, you are invariably castigating Ekperima. So that one does not concern me. I'm just talking of the one that he has already confirmed that true DOS are a bunch of criminals, and they are the one that is destroying their handwork, and they are the one that sold their Ekperima. So Ekperima sold who now? Because he started it himself, and the work he taught them, they are exhibiting. That notwithstanding, I would like to ask this question, self, because all these people coming on air to talk one rubbish or the other at one certain time. Where is the new African? Is he not doing the African rep work?
His house rent.
Why is that all the other?
They've not renewed his house rent. When they renew, he will come out.
Okay. All the other their arms of government is no more functioning. It's only DOS we hear, and the Simon Ekpa Facebook them we hear. Is it how we started before? Now, I think in the government, we have 3 arms of government: the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. And these 3 arms of government works hand in hand. Their works as a check and balances between them. So that none of them will go to SS, but it's one chain command. So that chain and command now is the more you see that you do, blame everything. So all this no, and the paravation care is not taken. Some of all those fowls and goats are not ordinary for fowl and goat. There are not them to fowl or goat because it's happening in some states. There are some states that some of them turned somebody to fowl and the person was captured, and the main mention of where the native doctor that helped him to get the charm is, and they cannot turn it again unless if the native doctor is able to reach to help him to do it. So what are we not saying? All these videos that is trending on the social media that Chinasa will rush and come on and announce to other people that he said they are the one that committed the offense. But thank God now that the ones arrested alive has given the government the vital informations on who sent them. And even the last one that they are using gun to threaten the kidnapped monarchs. They said it with their mouth that Nnamdi Kanu sent them to go and kill all the Igwes that could not allow Biafra to come. They said it with their mouth, and they will still be coming to deny. And thank God now that Ofegbu herself has listed the other group name, those that are causing the problem. So let them continue exposing themselves. The other one that called herself Efe, she was the first person that made mention of ESL people going after the pastors and the traditional rulers. That what are they waiting for? They allow them to be walking freely. They should go after them. And the time shall come when she herself, she will come back to Biafra land. When she comes back, she will now explain how she started, because she was attacking DOS. They threatened her. She now changed overnight and started speaking with her two sides of her mouth. She forgot the way she narrated how Nelly Ofegbu gave her money to share to people and bought supporters for them. Now she is just floating. She don't know the evil she is doing to herself. And the other one, all of them, they know the jamboree moonlight play they are doing it. They're calling it a struggle. Now, all these things are happening. People are seeing, they call ask critical questions. They will be having the inventory to call and say leave Ekperime alone. Why should he be left alone? Why he is the center of gravity of the criminality and atrocities and abominations we are passing through today? He turned our people to cannibal. And that reminds me, the other time I did just little micro investigative journalism around my vicinity. I came to realize that there are many things that are on ground that is contributing to this evil we are seeing today. Many of our youth today don't want to do any work again. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Many of them are looking for where they will cut it short. That is a quick money. Do you know that there's what is raining in the town now they call a Papi Jabu Loto? That's where even those that are driving Okada and the Keke, when they gather their small thing in the evening, they will go there and be collecting small paper signing, because everybody want to become millionaire. If you go to where they call, they do the one they call Bet Niger, you will see you to the food there. Everybody want to play lottery and get 1 million. Nobody's working again with a small thing that you can be doing. You will be getting your daily bread from it. Nobody's ready to do that again. If you go to other places, even on social media, you see the ones that into because they want to make quick money. And that is why all these youths were brainwashed and they just speedily dropped all whatever little things they are doing and ran into this crime because they have been that and now Biafra is able to be their work. They are working for their fatherland. Will you work for your fatherland with empty stomach? And now as they have pushed them into the bush, they went into the bush. And the money is not flowing into the bush again. They now started eating human flesh the way they were told to do. Because I could remember when he was ranting on air, he said that if a Nigerian troop or any of them meets them in the bush, they will do to them whatever that is being done to bushmeat. And you know what bushmeat is being done, what they normally do to bushmeat. If you catch it, you roast it and eat it. And now they followed that trend. And somebody will have the audacity to come on air and say, leave Nandi alone. I think if I'm the Nigerian troop or Nigerian government or even the security agencies, I will be monitoring anybody that will come and say leave Ekperim alone. The person will be arrested and investigated because they know the atrocities he has committed. Since ever I was born and now I'm getting old, I never see this kind of a thing I'm seeing today and hearing today. And people are hiding, maybe some of them because they are afraid of one idiot or the other. They will come and talk so that they will hear their voice on air to know that they are still supporting them. All of them, if you listen to Ijere Speaks today, all the people that called his program, you will use your ear to hear what these people said. And one Hausa person that called, I shocked to my bone marrow. When this person was speaking in favor of Igbo people, but along the line, he started using his mouth to narrate all the times that he has the himself ranted on the things he will do, and none of them came to pass. He was now asking Igbo people, I think you people are wise. What are you people doing? Somebody has given you up to 5 or 6 times empty promises and he did not get any of them. And after all those ranting, somebody that said that he have the power to kill and the power to leave somebody to be alive and the power to destroy whichever place you want to destroy is now in DSS dungeon, and he could not destroy the dungeon and come out. That are you people reasoning? If you people think that journey that he went into that place that is going to end today or tomorrow, that you people are hallucinating, I was so ashamed of myself listening to that. But all his riffraffs and mediocres are still jumping up and down, coming to somebody's platform, writing rubbish. Like as I just looked at the nonsense some of them are writing here. And that's the major reason why they will never learn. Because when somebody is teaching them, instead of them to calm down and add and remove from what the person is saying, because if you are knowledgeable enough, somebody is talking to you, you will be looking at it and wearing the whole thing to know the weightier matter and know the reasonable one you will make use of. But they are not bothered. They only to come there and start writing rubbish. They have turned the agitation to caricature, the object of caricature. They don't talk any reasonable thing now. If you are a human being that God created with different knowledge, because we are special type of animal with high IQ, you are created with that intelligence. You see what that is going on within our vicinity this time around. Your people are supposed to calm down and monitor and know what is going on. You don't supposed to have the inventory to be coming on air and start writing rubbish. Is it not human being past that we are hung on the fireplace and dried like bushmeat, and a human being like you is eating it? Didn't they listen to the people that were rescued from that camp when they narrated? They used their mouth to narrate what they saw. Okay, the one that they are still torturing, I don't know whether they have killed them or not, that is trending on social media. Are they not seeing it? They think that the Nigerian government is so daft that they are not keeping record of that. For the fact that this Hausa man today, the kind of comment that came out or contribution that came out from his mouth, are really quite sure that these people, they know what they are doing. They are putting it for them. They are recording everything and arranging it for them. There's all the people that went for political solution. Where are they? What are they still waiting for? Are they not going there again? Let them go there and continue. And those that are working on that pipeline, as they use their mouth to say, to make sure that their son and their better half is released. Are they still seeing what is happening? Are they not coming out to talk now? Because that's what their son is doing. And maybe it's them that their father that taught their son what he is doing, and is doing it on their behalf. I hope they are seeing it. What about the father Demegwa with the other 50 fathers that endorsed ESN and the World Igbo Congress? It is time. The message you send your son, it has gotten to the peak. You people must come out and talk. Because when time comes, if you people refuse to remove yourself and condemn this evil, you people sow into the land, into Igbo land precisely. You people will be accomplices, because once a compromise, if somebody is stealing and you stand by that person keeping the items the person stole, you are accomplice to it. Whatever that happened to that person will happen to you. So you people will not say that you are not hearing or you are not seeing. Those on the ground is telling you what is going on. And anybody that should call this platform and make mention of a Perima saying leave him alone, that person is accomplice, and whatever that will happen to him will happen to that person. Because he has made many women childless today. He has made many women widows today. And somebody will have the audacity to come on air and start speaking on his behalf. Whatever. Hello, sir. Okay. Whatever evil occultic kingdom he sold your people's brain to, that one concerns you. It's not everybody's spirit that he can cage. All of you that he has caged your spirit, continue supporting him. And all the other people that all of us we are doing IPOB in those days, and all of them that we are removed as we were removed and stabbed at the back, they are afraid of their head. They run into their bed, under their bed to hide. You think that there is any hiding place? The way they are listing people's name, if I saw the names, state. If all of them are gathering themselves together, then what they are saying, you do. If not, as they see your names like that, showing it on air, and you ever come out to condemn the evil that is good. Nigerian themselves, these people are today. The family is suffering. It's because of what a man they can do. And he is there enjoying himself, and his brother, ugly boy, is there parading himself up and down. He is the one that was governing almost all the states, direct with his sister, Princess, the one that is working with the Nigerian police. And he told you people, reference, shallow brain, to drop your work and resign from your duty post and come and join them. But his sister is still working with the Nigerian police till tomorrow. The one that called himself his lawyer, the wife is working with the DSS till tomorrow. When will you people reason, for Christ's sake? When will you people come out of this idiocy you people have found yourself in? And somebody can wait the audacity to come on the air and start saying leave Nnamdi Kanu alone. Why should she be left alone? She is the cause of all the problem we find ourselves into. We will only leave him alone when he will come out to confess. Or to come and confess on his behalf, then we will know that he is regaining his senses. Because he is having mental problem. He is not just acting that way because the evil he has committed, the gods of our land has risen up to fight him. And he will fight the entire family. Because I found that the entire family, all of them are made up of evils. Any place you see their relation either in one way or the other, it must be committed in one crime or the other. I told you that one family they have been shouting is to cover us that we are talking of one family without knowing that he is referring to his own family. What was his work before he started that station? He was with his father and he found out that it's a lucrative business. He decamped and started his own. And being smart enough, he has mastered everybody. And we were clapping and following him, thinking that we were following human being. Till when he now equated himself with God, that he will be appointing people, those that will be killed and those that will be destroyed. And he will say it will start happening. But it's not every head you will destroy and go free. He has touched some of the strong heads that will torment his life and his family to eternity, unless the only thing that will save him is if he will come outside and confess and apologize, then his sins will be forgiven. But for the fact that he fails to confess that sin and he even allowed the monsters he created to continue keeping the load of the sins again upon his head, he will never go free from it. There's nothing that will make him to go free from it. Many families are still in mourning today, weeping bitterly because of the evil he has brought to them, and somebody is coming to speak. That person that is speaking on his behalf that we will leave him, that person will not worry. Very soon they must eat up one of your family member or the most person you loved most. Then we eat that person in the bush. Then you will understand how we are feeling. Because as we are talking, one or two of our persons have been the victim of this message we are preaching. So, and you are coming to say, leave Nnamdi Kanu. Who is Nnamdi Kanu? From where do they pass his place to go? Is he better than even most of our brothers now that are still languishing in jail? And he is the one that led them to that place. Like as I said before, I think we will start doing some programs to reactivate the brains of our people again, because many of our youth today, they don't want to do any work again. They are just looking for easiest and the quickest way to pick money. And that's why he used that in. You have seen them, just like you are going for fishing and you put the bite on the hook that you want to use and catch the fish. You know, immediately when you throw it on inside the river, you will see many fishes that will be dangling to capture it without knowing that they are dancing into their grave. That's exactly what he did to our youth. He first of all brainwashed them and used better things to paint their faces and telling them how they will be cruising this or that when Biafra comes, and promised all of us that Biafra will not pass 2020. And everybody, we are getting prepared, arranging him or herself on how we take and balance the bungalow, and with your credit card you will use to tour the world around and be buying this and buying that. Everybody was preparing to get quit from their job then, and the low brain washed one, the most gullible ones, they quitted their job waiting for December 2020. Without knowing that ESN is going to raise for them. What is the meaning of ESN? Eastern Security Network. Has Eastern Security Network anything to do with the name Biafra? No wonder some of his people is talking about Idu Nation, because he has already called them and told them to start saying that one, because he removed Biafra from whatever thing he's doing time immemorial. His dragon with his flag is what he uses. And if you look at the dragon flag there, his name, MNK, is encrusted at the middle of that flag. meaning that everything he has colonized it, everything belongs to him alone. But the people didn't know. We are still following him then, but I thank God for our director, Uchuka from Efo, Onyezoku. When he noticed that Rubicon has been passed, he now started this child of circumstance. Otherwise, by today, I don't know where we would have been. Thank God that Simon Ekpa himself and every other people have known that DOS is a bunch of criminals and scammers. We are not the one calling them the fraudsters again. So their members are calling them fraudsters, scammers, and blackmailers. Thank God they are vindicating us. And those that are still in darkness, I pray that God will touch your eye and your eyes will be opened as God, as Christ himself healed that blind Bartimaeus. I pray that your eyes will be touched and your brain will also be touched, and we will rehabilitate your brain. You will start reasoning like a human being again. Dear Judge, I thank you for your good work.
Thank you very much.
We must keep on keeping on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye, folks.
Thank you. The people of Biafra have the right to know the truth, and the truth they shall know. Truth brought us here, and truth must lead us home. Do not make any mistake about that. The reason we come out here is to see how Biafra can be restored on a very noble platform, transparent. I'm joined by our daddy in the Lord, Mazi Obidi Obienu. Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Thank you very much.
Good evening, sir, from here.
And, I appreciate you. And I appreciate all the previous callers. I go on. Thank you, my brother, Uncle Wednesday. I thank God for both of you. Particularly, let me say Uncle Wednesday, because by now he will be here talking and trying to help our people understand what has gone wrong. That's so many things, that was discussed this evening, and I'm going to try to so that I can save time. Most of the times, I try to be patient on these individuals that are calling on our programs to say one or two things concerning what we're saying, that they want unity and everything. And according to that guy, he said that why are we trying to discredit what Ibrahim Nandekan has done? And I said to myself, wow, I'm not even going to take that call. I'm not even going to give him a second chance, because the point is that he doesn't understand nothing. He doesn't even understand what is being said here. And I'm not going to go down teaching this kind of people. You should go and listen to so many things that are happening. And look at the events of today. Before he can even come here making such comments. But then I consider what happened yesterday. When I received a call from New York, from one of our fathers who has been, supporting this project from the inception. And anytime I use that man as a point of reference, because he has retired. They made sure that every month he pays into POP. So when a young man comes to start running the amount in IPOB without making payments, I always think about this man. It was a source of inspiration for me. But yesterday he called me twice and hung up, and I called him back. Before he can say something, I call him directly by his name. And then in the discussion, I understand that what this man has heard over these few months And then when I told him, I said, "Nah, wouldn't it be better if you had called me over all this month to ask me one night, I told him, is this not how elders approach issues? Mother Narolo, those people make judgment based on one-sided, story. I mean, and he said, "Oh, mobile, yeah, this and that." He said, "That's where we are. And if I tell you more, you will not believe me too, because you already you have your mindset somewhere for all this months." But anyway, that's by the way, when I was thinking about this man that called today. You see, my Reverend, one of the wickedness of this man is that he made sure, I don't know how he made it, but he made sure that these guys does not have any avenue to hear the truth, because their lies are so huge. And this is why I'm going to throw the part of a little bit, not in full support of what I said about Simon. But that's kind of a step in the right direction. Because if Simon has already found out this, and he continues to say my leader, remember, he wasn't part of what we're doing. He just came in. Few months we disengaged. So let's give it to him and watch him keep going. But again, that's why most of the time I don't like to talk about him, because I know he was doing his own thing about his broadcast and everything before they enroped him in all these things. And looking at it right now, you just leave him alone to understand what is going on, because I guess he has some kind of common sense in him. He will know later on if it's not money driving him, because I hear some of them come out to say, we must tell the truth. We must tell ourselves the truth. And I get turned off because they don't know. There was this young boy in England that I called on his program twice. And a lot of people call, why did you allow that old man to call in your program? Blah, blah, blah. But within me, I thought the guy was being honest to himself when he was talking about BIAFRA. That's why I gave him a call. And when I find out that he's more interested in his views, because some of them were threatening not to follow him again. So I let him let him make his money at the expense of the lives of our people. Let him make money. He wants you. But he said he's fighting for BIAFRA. That's why I said, it's okay. Similar to Simon. If he says he's a truthful, because according to him, I watched some of what he was saying yesterday. He said he's going to observe this truth until he finds out the truth. If that's not the truth, then he will disengage. Now, it's very difficult for somebody who is not here within IPOB, within the past year and 4 months or 5 months, to understand what we're saying, because of the crowd of liars, both the e-rights and everything that were talking. I also called another program. I'm not going to mention his name, but if he's listening, he should advise himself as appropriate. And after which, he promised to call me back for another question and answer program. I never heard from him. I called him. He never called me back up to today, because, again, his agenda is creating views and shares and making this little money at the blood of their own. But it's okay. All of them, the ones that are feigning ignorance, the one that knows the truth and covering it, all of them will partake in this blood that is being spilled all over the land. Because in the first place, you will think that the platform they created for Biafra was to fight for the freedom of Biafra. It doesn't matter where you belong. Nobody's asking you to join. Do the right thing, talk about what we're going through in the contraption, and see if well-meaning men and women will hear our cry and help us out, because we do need help. By the way, you started this program with a lot of things that you said about the so-called head of states that we have had for the past 60-something years, that none of them went to school. So it's, except for President Jonathan and Shonika, who was their interim president, who was there briefly before he was pushed out. And when you really look at it, you were right, my brother. Regardless this ape of Africa called Obasanjo, that's always threatening people. Okay, when you said that, I said, wow, I never look at this way. I mean, when you see, this is why we are here on this platform, to educate one another. Because I'm not thinking that. Okay, but you can really see why education is not important to these men. Health is not important to them, as I have always mentioned here a few times. During the time we were younger, even after the war, the rural health centers are working. I know that because my mom was a matron, a nursing matron, that climbed up the ladder through a midwife and everything, delivered numerous children in the entire areas where she had worked, both in the Nnewi local government, the Demile local government, and every facility she was posted to. And at each time, every of these facilities have what we call the dispensary. Okay, people that takes care of acute cuts, like somebody had a cuts or wounds or something like that. The dispensary will take care of it. So there was a somewhat kind of universal health care. And these were things that was left by the white people and, kind of continued by those men who were the first republic politicians. They carried these things very effectively. There was no complaint. My mother does, I'm aware she does health education for teach people about blood pressure a long time ago, how to measure it, everything as far back as then. And this is why it was so funny for me the other day when I talk about people who are in America, instead of helping to deliver the land, they are running up and down in a make me well kind of activity, saying that they are going to do a medical mission. And when I say it, a lot of people will not understand, but it's just the level of their reason. You want to do a medical mission and to be able to shake the governor. Meanwhile, there are people, the Minister of Health are in the land. There are people who are responsible. They are sharing money every day. And you that is owing thousands of dollars here in credit and otherwise is running about showing like you are a very kind man, instead of supporting the freedom first for these things to come. So, but that's by the way. So you're looking at these people that say they are president or head of state. All of them are animals in disguise, apes. Apes, I call them, because there's no reason for somebody to be doing what they're doing. And anytime you call them names, they get upset. They react even wilder. For instance, this Obasanjo, you look at his face at all times, it's always threat. Look at him. And I don't know why people are still inviting that animal to come for whatever reason. He has been the head of state for 2 consecutive terms. He has been the so-called president, democratic president, for 16 years. He has not done nothing. And today, people are still calling upon him to come and talk. The other day, we saw him in South Africa, where he went and said he's there for industrial or whatever. Okay, he was there. And young men who are people that are knowledgeable are whiling away on the streets of Nigeria. But anyway, that's another thing. The other thing I want to touch on the Tambuwal that you are talking about. I don't know him. When I looked at his profile, I'm not sure if Tambuwal, who is the governor right now, from Sokoto State Governor, is that whom you are talking about, my Reverend?
Yes.
Yes,
the Sokoto State Governor.
Now, he's a governor now in Sokoto. When I look at his profile, he's nothing else but a teacher, apparently a Sharia law teacher and everything. He went to Sharia law, come back and did mandatory kind of legal studies, and now from House of Reps to governor, okay? He did not do this thing while he was in the House of Reps. Now that he's a Sokoto State Governor, he is talking about restructuring or whatever they're talking about. And to me, it's just another distraction. There's so many distractions to continue to push until next year. And you're going to start hearing the jingles of 2023. I've already started seeing them. Some of these lunatics in Igbo land are already supporting Atiku, their grandfather. I don't know what these people, Atiku, everybody knows the positions he has held in that contraption. Nothing done. But tomorrow, an idiot will be saying articulated. Okay, that's where we are. So the situation is really, these people are irredeemable. That's the way I look at it. Okay? The other thing that I want to talk on again, issue of Edmund and the can. We now know why he said that the Nigerian army, when they come to Biafra land, is going to kill them and nobody will see their dead body. We now know that no, and that's the end of it. And these the things that people are talking about don't mention about him. By the way, let me tell you, my sister, even if he comes out tomorrow to confess, it doesn't go nowhere. We are not God. It's not in the hands of human beings to forgive him. Even if you think you're going to forgive him, consider other people who have been involved. And don't forget that this guy did not just blaspheme. He did not just do the evil, but he blasphemed against the Holy Spirit. And that's an unforgivable sin according to the word. I'm not saying it. It's what the word is saying. How do you blaspheme against the Holy Spirit? It's like if the in other words, for somebody betraying the conscience or the conscience of another fellow human being, all the trust, everything that was bestowed upon this man, he has no conscience to have a self-control. He sold out. Not just that, the wickedness is that he did not just sell out to step aside, but he continued to blackmail people and to continue to set confusion amongst the people. Everybody knows today that the issue of Biafra is a tail leg, because I don't know, everything is basically centered on these actions that happened to months ago. Everybody think it's going to happen. But the pastors or the priests in the United States that have 50 of them, led by Pastor or Father Odimegba, who is supporting the unknown government and ESN, and the World Igbo Congress, who is supporting their son. Okay, so these things needs to be entangled, and we don't know how long it's going to take, because up to tomorrow, they are still not getting it. We have the women that call themselves ONYIBE here, that now collect ego from people. So we don't know when it's going to end. We have other groups that are collecting money under the liaison. Okay, so this is ongoing. Okay, this is ongoing. So we don't know when this nonsense will be entangled for us to refocus. As you know, we have been making calls, but it's trickling little by little, because a lot of people that are concerning us. So we have a long way to go. And with that, I also want to touch on the issue of Hope Uzodimma, the clip I watched, where he was saying that the party owns the government. Something like that. It was so horrible that the people are not even considered, but rather the people that he's talking about this party, and how he's going to be paying the party members allowances. So he's going to take Imo State money and be giving the allowances, monthly allowances, to people who supported APC. So if you're not in APC, you don't get the allowances. Apparently, Hope Uzodimma is not the governor of Imo State. He's a governor of the APC candidates. Okay? And there's also one thing that is something that he said about this arrest that was made the other day. He's saying that on January 3rd, he's going to be calling them names one after the other. So it's just when you come out and call names, does that solve the problem? Or is he supposed to, if he's truly getting the intelligence right, is he not supposed to begin arrest of these individuals that has been indicted? I think that's a process. Okay, they should be able to indict these people and begin arrest before they run away. I think that's the thing, and he shouldn't be coming out on the television to say that I'm going to be mentioning them. So if you mention them without arrest of these individuals who are supporting this heinous crime, what benefit is that to the people of Imo and the Igbo people in general? So, Governor Hope Uzodimma, please rethink about what you're doing and do things right. And since you say that God in heaven has given you the opportunity to become the governor, so let's hope that it's God actually that called you. Do things right. Begin to pick up this individual. Do not blackmail people, but do the right thing. Because just mentioning the names of these people over the air in January 3rd does not solve the problem. There's a process. Whatever your cabinets gather together and indict these people, if they're former lawmakers or whatever they are, indict them and pick them up to answer to the questions or to answer this gruesome crime that is ongoing right now. With that, my Reverend, I know I've taken some time. I'm asking our people to listen to this program, wake up, and join the moving train. Biafra de facto government had come out the other day to kind of present the governance code for Biafra de facto customary government. Particularly those in diaspora, you have seen that people at home are irredeemable. If we can all come together outside there, we are looking at seeing what is happening. We can, talk together. We can work together and help our people who are suffering from this. Even as we do that, please, I urge every Biafran to support what the Ninas are doing, because the last time I checked, Biafra is still an indigenous population in Nigeria. Therefore, what Tony Nadi is doing today is still in the same direction to free the people. And if you have that intelligence, you will see that people are responding. The Jaws are responding. The Benuans are responding. Now we don't know who is convening the Igbo, if that's the way we want to go. Like I've always said, I don't have any problem with them. Let's first of all, let's collectively extricate ourselves from this evil. The Edo people are working with Ninas. The Yorubas are working with Ninas. What is wrong with that approach? The Biafrans also will key into this program as indigenous people and do what we're supposed to do. It's an ongoing process. So for Tambuwa, perhaps that's why the so-called Tambuwa is now telling you guys that, okay, let's do this now. So it will take them another 3 years to even get preparation. You know that a few months ago, when Ninas put out the constitutional force majeure, you saw the pressure, and immediately the criminals of Nigeria, the contractors, they gather quickly and said they are doing constitutional review, and they gather people in few states. Today, none of those things, nobody has heard about that again. Ninas had a convention yesterday where they, showcased what needs to happen and what the action that needs to come. And the Tambuwal now is telling us that Nigeria needs to they need to develop the power. So you see how they're pretending. So please, let us put all pride aside and all this. Everybody has a solution, but nobody is proffering a better solution. As far as what Ninas has proposed, it is more encompassing, and we must support that. My Reverend, I want to thank you very much for what you're doing. I want to thank every program making positive to make sure that we deliver our people from the hands of the evil one. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. All hail Biafra. Thank you very much for your contribution this evening, as well as every other individuals who call in to make their positive contribution. Quite unfortunate, I was not streaming on the app for some time, but then we will see how the broadcast can be replayed for a wider audience. That having been said, we continue to engage this issue of Biafra agitation from different angles. This is one war with several phases. No stone must be left untouched. This is the time we have to tell ourselves the truth. This is the time we must engage issue holistically. There's no need of being biased. There's no need of or living under pretense. Because this is a matter of a nation. This is a matter of a generation. This is a matter that has something to do with who we are as a people. No half baked bread. The truth brought us here, and that truth must lead us home. I want to appreciate every man and woman who made it possible that in a time like this, knowledge is being extended to our people. A lot of people need to know the truth the more. After this rubbish, nobody will rubbish our people again. All those people who are playing game, let me remind you, that's your game. We will beat you in your own game. Hey, it's a saboteur, it's a saboteur. Are they not the one calling themselves saboteur? He's a thief. Are they not the one calling themselves thief? He's a kidnapper. Are they not the one kidnapping themselves? The same way, all of you yahoo, you will yahoo yourself. You see, we're doing our job. I sign off from here. Tomorrow is another day to continue from where we stop. Ndewono.
Yo, it's Monster Benny J. Sugar Man Cool Beats. No. Together we gon' make it.
Yes, so sorry. I have one of my brother on the line there. A very sincere, noble man. Let me bring him in. Can you hear me?
ONYIBE George.
Man.
ONYIBE George. I greet you.
People like
you
are the reason why I know there are a lot of Igbo people with the heart of angel. When I die, I close my eye in death and I see God and he say to me, have you seen an angel? I will say, yes, I have. He's an Igbo man. Not in the canon between our people, and he want us to shut up.
And I will continue loving you. I will continue loving your program, Mazi. I will continue loving your program. You know, there is one thing you said in this program today, and if you look into it spiritually, the thing moved me to call, because you were saying about why Ojukwu went to war. Why Ojukwu went to war? He didn't went to war because, okay, he told Nigeria that now I need Biafra. He went to war because there was maybe like a restructuring. That was talking about.
There was public outcry. Everybody's complaining. He said, let's restructure Nigeria.
Yes.
That is the crime.
Yeah, because himself, he studied in London and he know what is good and he know how people are living in the Western world. Now he tell Nigeria, let's restructure everybody. Anambra, Imo, everywhere we living like this. We are living like one brother, one family. But they didn't obey what he demanded. That lead him and lead, okay, but if I'm not with you, then let me go my own way. And that's the thing that caused the war. Now you have teaching this teaching now, and people may not get it, but myself, I don't know for other people. Now I have get the message now, because now they're talking of the governors or the president or the senators. They're talking about restructuring now. Is it this restructuring? Are you sure that this restructuring is not going to bring war? It's not going to bring war. It's better they let everybody go his own separate way. That would be okay. Is it this is restructuring now? Maybe it will be another way again to pull everybody down or start doing something. The only thing in this struggle is truth. Truth, whether governor, whether minister, tell your citizen the truth. Tell your people the truth. If you don't tell your children, likewise myself now, I'm a father. If I don't tell my children the truth, how are they going to live tomorrow? They will keep on blaming daddy. Why daddy didn't tell me the truth? Why papa didn't tell me the truth? Why mom don't tell me the truth? Why my uncle didn't tell me the truth?
Everybody have to say the truth. You don't start on saying people, telling people that this one is sabo, this one have collected the money, this one have collected the money. Are you there? Are you the one that pay him? Let everybody, let the truth. They say that truth, if you know the truth will set you free. If you go to, who can teach us in social media? Who can tell us the truth? Me, I'm not a university graduate. I don't know how I find myself in this Europe. But now I realize that Nana, all my wealth, I be spending all my things helping people. What governor or minister supposed to do, I am doing it. I cannot even feed my community alone. I cannot even feed my family alone. But all we need is truth. There is one thing our Papa Obido Benu said here. He went to one platform. Let me say it clear and clear. He went to this platform of ONYIBE. I was driving that day. This my Papa called phone and talk to ONYIBE. Tell him everything. We need to come together, this and that. This man's okay. After the program, he will call him. Me, I wanted to call because after our daddy Obidi drop message, people start castigating him. People start rubbishing him. I get angry. I was driving. I just say, let me park and call. I don't go to any platform and just talking or just I don't talk. The thing make me angry. I said, why people are attacking this man? Why are you attacking him now? Why did you allow him to come and talk here? Is he not a human being?
He didn't the channel, he's a leader. He didn't put he's a leader.
I was even asking myself, why? Fighting. Go to Facebook today. The white people, even the man that have the Facebook is even laughing. Everybody is fighting this one fight this one, 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 this one. What is all this? Is it how we can get this thing? So I stand on truth. Tell me the truth, let me follow you. Tell me the truth, let me go with you. If I ask question now, you'll say, okay, it's like you don't join them. For me, this teaching you teach it tonight, very deep teaching, very deep. I don't want to go further. It's a very deep teaching. Tell them. Now they are talking of restructuring. Is it going to bring us good or is it going to cause war? Me, I don't like war. Who want fight? Make him go fight. Me, I don't like war. Me, I like peace. So I is giving me food. Your teaching is motivating me. Your teaching, imagine it's just like a teacher. I mean, I don't know where you get this knowledge. But if I say I don't know where you get the knowledge, I know that this is the God gave you this knowledge. If you go back to your root now, Mazi, wonderful. You come back in this one, wonderful. Anywhere you teach, wonderful. Anywhere you teach, somebody like you supposed not to be aside on this. Mazi, I'm telling you the truth. Speak your language, you speak the Abo, the way now like this. I love your teaching. Anything you like, Mazi, I never see any of your teaching that can never even germinate. If it drop on the ground, people are picking your message. I'm telling you, people are picking your message. I love your teaching. This is me keeping. I don't know how to say it, Mazi. There is one word you used to say. You say Owarolagoma. I think there is a word you used to say that in Abo. Owarolagoma. Mazi, keep it on. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Man. And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. The Bible says, I sent forth my word. Slowly, steadily, certainly, surely, it will get to his destination. All these words of deception, all these walls of confusion, all this seed of self-denial, all this evil you see in this agitation, all of them will come down. The solution is not a palatable one. And those who have connived to initiate evil on the platform, like the mighty tree, you will see them all over. But sooner or later, they will be there no more. Mark our words. Every other stronghold has been broken. Remaining one. They call you saboteur. Now they call themselves saboteur. They call you kidnapper. Now they call themselves kidnapper. They call you ritualist. Now they are calling themselves ritualists. They said so much evil about you. Now they are saying it about themselves. We become the spectators in that arena, remaining one stronghold. And that is our leader, our leader, our leader. Every evil stronghold, every demonic manipulation, every seed of deception sown our leader is remaining that stronghold. It must be broken. And then the people will be free. And we discuss like progressive minded people. We analyze issues. I took time to study the Grecians, the Persians, the Romans, and I see their character, their attitudes when they debate on the floor of their Senate. It is like a war front. They argue issues. Even sometimes have to throw blow on themselves just to prove a point. But most of these people who are involved in this negotiation may not benefit directly from what they are bleeding for, from what they are fighting for. It's all about the next generation. And today, we can see the evidence of the sacrifice of such noble men and women. All of us want to run to their land. Now, we have the privilege, we have the opportunity, we have what it takes to be like them. All they require from us is to humble ourselves, like Mazio Bidi will always say. For us to humble ourselves before God. Brother, this thing you did is wrong. Having served under IPOB for almost a decade, I understand how you resolve issues. I'm not interested in who is right or who is wrong. It's all about making the people understand that somebody is wrong and somebody is right, and somebody need to take responsibility. And if somebody have taken responsibility, we have to evaluate or check our differences, and then we move ahead. It's as simple as that. We must understand that it is not about us, it's about the next generation. If we do not prepare the platform for them to assume greatness, they can never be great. They only continue struggling from where we stop. Let us create a platform that will give them a push, a positive push. Once again, those who made this platform possible, you are highly appreciated. The heart of this project will not see corruption. Good night and God bless all of you. Ndewonu. Ndewonu.
Yo, it's Bonzi Benny J. Sugar Man Cool Beats. No. Together we gon' make it. Different Got Knowledge exclusive. I remember in Biafra when our people were 24/7. Biafra, we are murdered, we're brutally slaughtered. We are still united, we couldn't be divided. But whatever it takes, Biafra is still standing. We only moving forward, we depend on unity. Biafra is involved in every positive activity. We uphold our freedom, Biafra is our nation. To the better days come, peace and prosperity. But whatever this year brings, no matter the weather, Biafra's gonna make it as long as we together. And we hoping to stand where we ever be together. And you go kick your is gonna make us stand together. And so we say.